Sri Lanka! Do you see what you have done to Asian for you? Do you see what kind of chaos you are unleashing on the world, brothers? On the world!
You're turning this jackass into the ultimate warrior. Y'all need to apologize, because I'm stuck dealing with it.
They don't need to apologize. The rivers will flow with the blood of the Asians. Wait, are Sri Lankans Asian?
Anyway.
Wait, no, seriously, are Sri Lankans fucking Asian? I don't know.
Anyway.
Wow.
Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 1 of the Hooliganz.
Part 2.
Featuring Dynasty Warriors 8. As always, it's Blazing Ace Nelson here, along with...
ThatBastard.
And this time, like I mentioned earlier, we have a whole entire mode that is likely going to take up the remainder of this review. So let's get down to it. Ambition mode be what they call it.
Ambition mode, which is, in and of itself, ambitious.
Now, I mentioned that Dynasty Warriors 8 is like a fusion of old and new. With Ambition mode, it takes various elements from the Extreme mode in Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends.
Yeah.
The Destiny mode in Dynasty Warriors 5, and even the Town Building Extreme Legend mode in Dynasty Warriors 7. It takes elements from all three of those and kind of melds them together. And a lot of what you unlock in the Ambition mode, as far as various items, are actually available in the Story and Free mode, and vice versa.
So you can actually go to an Ambition mode, grind that up, having a good time, go play Story mode, Free mode, boom, crossover.
Exactly.
Nice. Now, is this the character creator? That's the one thing. I mean, I remember there have been character creator modes in other...
those are in the Empires expansions.
Oh, my bad.
Which, if they do make a Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires, oh my god, they need to make a Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. But, this also leads to what I wanted to mention to you earlier.
What?
Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends has been announced.
Oh!
And, get this. There is actually going to be a separate Kingdom story mode for Lu Bu's forces.
That is actually a about time situation. I'm just saying, it's about time.
Well, here's the thing, though. In 8XL, they're actually going to be introducing one more character that's technically unaffiliated, but associated with Lu Bu, and that's Lu Bu's main strategist, Chen Gong.
All I know is I want an ending. I want a Lu Bu ending where you're sitting on the throne, Zenji at your feet playing the lute or whatever, and you're like Conan. I want a Conan ending for Lu Bu, goddammit. He deserves it. He's motherfucking Lu Bu!
See your enemies driven before you.
And hear the lamentations of the demon. That's what we need. Lu Bu deserves it for all the shit he puts up with in each incarnation of Dynasty Warriors.
Puts up with?
Yes, puts up with.
Puts us through.
He's the litmus test. He is the litmus test villain of each Dynasty Warriors. You know you have reached a certain plateau in the game when you're finally able to beat Lu Bu head on. You know you've reached a certain plateau. It's like, yeah. There's no way to really put it. It's like you're Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? It's like you're Mike Tyson. Sure, he ain't like the champ, quote unquote, but that nigga is still a fearsome foe. Motherfuckers quiver when they hear they're gonna face him on a title card. That shit's done, son. And I don't give a fuck how old he is. I don't give a fuck how entertainingly fucked up he is in his personal life. In boxing, and some motherfuckers may argue with me right here. In which case, you know what I gotta say to that? Fuck India. They are Asian. So, although they're questionably Asian to me, questionably. So all I'm saying is, motherfuckers might want to argue about that shit, but no. Mike Tyson is to me like Tank Abbott. You do not want to meet this motherfucker in an alleyway. And I'm the motherfucker talking about I'll beat anybody's ass. No. There are certain motherfuckers you do not beat. I don't care how many martial arts movies you've watched. I don't care how into Michael Jai White you are. I don't care if Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White would have a hard time with Mike Tyson is all I'm saying. I would still watch that fight. I would still watch that fight, I'm just saying.
Oh, Jesus. Yes.
I wouldn't want to be in the alleyway to see that shit go down.
But yeah, Lu Bu is pretty much like the Mike Tyson / Conan of Dynasty Warriors.
And it's about the goddamn time they gave him his. So this is ambition mode.
Now, as you can see, the main location in ambition mode that you're going to be seeing a lot of is the town that you're going to be developing as you play through the various stages and gather materials and gather allies.
Yeah, isn't it that you beat somebody, they will join you?
Yeah.
Defeat equals friendship. Cool.
Now, I guess you could say the main sub-story for this mode is that, the Emperor's gone into exile. And, there are various heroes from around the land that are trying to make a name for themselves. You are among them, and what you have to do is basically build your base of operations. And actually show that not only are you a good enough tactician, but also a strong enough warrior that the Emperor can actually trust you to ally himself with you.
The Dynasty Warriors games, in general, catches a lot of flack for being just nothing but brute force. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is just hit the square button and you'll beat the game. There is strategic depth to this fucking game. You were talking about earlier how, with hang out with your brother. One motherfucker would post over here, make certain that the commander's fine, the other motherfucker gonna attack the supply lines. Mm-hmm. There is strategy involved, even back in the day. But I like seeing that strategic element evolve. It's not just, you're gonna be Lu Bu. No. Can you play SimCity while being Lu Bu?
Actually, that's a good way to put it.
Yes. You have to have not only and you know what? I hate to throw history out there, but in those times, it was an important factor to be a well-rounded warrior, as well as not just a powerful fighter, but also a tactician, a man or a woman of the people. So you had to have that charisma, that way of talking, as well as the intellect to sway and charm the higher-ups as well. That is what it took. Not just, I'm going to go out there and kill everybody. No, you had to have balls as well as brains. Sorry about that rant, but I'm just throwing that out there.
No, that's the honest truth.
In any truly civilized civilization, you're going to find that, while it's true that pure power and bribery, even, especially if the civilization in question is corrupt, or in its final corrupt stages, there's still going to be motherfuckers like that who's going to come up, you know what I mean? Where you can balance all those factors and be excellent.
And in that way, in that sense,
that's ambition mode.
Well, that's not just ambition mode, that's Dynasty Warriors as a whole, especially Dynasty Warriors 8. I mean, it could be a mindless, fun, button masher, just keep pressing square, eventually use triangle or whatnot.
But jack a certain Asians for saying.
But if you really want to, this is definitely one of those games where you get out of it as much as you're willing to put in.
The fact that there is so much content in there is awesome. What was it that we like to say? They just have a sandbox. Yeah, they got a sandbox. Fucking Tecmo Koei. They'll give you they'll invite you over to the sandbox, and with each incarnation of Dynasty Warriors, they got new toys to play with. You can either sit there and throw sand around in your crap.
They have new toys to play with, or they bring a bigger sandbox.
Which in this case, it's a bigger sandbox. We've been talking about it, we've been hammering on it. Show them around the town, bro.
Before we do that,
Perfect segue. It's fucked up, just smashed. Your fame is maxed out.
Let's change characters, and there's a reason why I want to change characters. Number one, is to show off the...
Oh, go to Zhang... What the hell is her name?
Zhang Chunhua?
Yeah, go to Zhang Chihuahua.
She's one of the new characters.
Jesus God, she's so Caucasian.
She's his wife.
Oh my God, I would still give them both.
Yeah.
I would fuck them both, I'm just saying. Some dudes might be going, ew, no,
actually,
go back to see me. Oh, okay, see, that's a pretty motherfucker. Go back to Guao Hai or whatever. Gao Hai. That's an ugly motherfucker. I wouldn't go anywhere near that motherfucker. I wouldn't go anywhere near that motherfucker with your dick, dude.
Oh, shut up.
I got 8 penis tentacles, 6 of them used for sexual purposes, and then there's your dick. None of mine is getting anywhere near his. You can have that. I don't think. My God. I think it's the nose. I think he looks too much like Adrian Brody. Maybe that's the issue. He just looks too much like Adrian fucking Brody.
But you were mentioning the character with the flying swords.
Yeah. Another gacked style pretty boy.
And this is also going to help us go over more of like taking advantage of the weapon switching.
Let's show him.
Again, digging more into the tactics. Now let's see, officer info. Let's equip weapons.
Oh yeah, weren't you gonna show them the pile bunker?
I did want to show folks the
We'll show them eventually. We'll show them.
Oh, I'll probably just do a character walkthrough for Shahoba and do it that way.
Well, like right now or like in
later.
Place? Oh, okay. In an Ace's place.
But let's see, yeah. Flying dragon, and then follow that up with. Let's see, what would be a good second. You know what? Let's give him the Swallow Swords as his secondary. We'll probably have to change up the affinity just to make sure that we're not at too much of a disadvantage. Hook him up with necessary skills, and I want to increase his attack range, so we'll use that. Animals.
You know, it just dawned on me that there is like a hell of a lot more customization in this game. Just period. Just if you can mix and match abilities and weapons and affinities and 80 characters, 80 signature weapons.
And then there's of course the outfits.
Oh yes, yes.
And again, just even with a character that is new to the series since Dynasty Warriors 7, you take a look at his character design in 7. Really like that setup. And then you take a look at just how even the visual paradigm shifted between 7 and 8. With that,
he's got that thing in the upper right arm now.
Yeah, with more or less something of a more traditional military commander style look.
But it's still that signature look.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Now to take you for a little tour around the town. Eventually, as you gather materials and as you build up fame, you'll eventually be able to construct various facilities like the stables, where you can actually feed your horses, and when you feed horses a certain amount, you'll actually be able to unlock other horses or get other items or get materials from it.
Huh. Feed horses, get materials.
Like fertilizer.
Dung. So the academy.
Now the academy, you can basically spend money at the academy to level up your characters.
Oh shit!
I've got 131 grand at the moment, and I have no problem leveling him up. Not to 35 though. Let's go more to.
Okay.
26. Level him up to 26. That right there will actually get his proficiency with all his weapons maxed out.
Yeah.
That opens up his entire moveset, including Muso, his third Muso.
Barracks? So
yeah, for those of you that are actually going to be playing this and you want to know what level you complete your character's moveset at, it's level 26. Now, with the barracks, you can actually send out patrols to go to various provinces in the land and come back with materials and, in this case,
elephants!
Mounts. Let's send him to Yan province. We'll go ahead and spend a full 10,000. Get back the best possible results.
Cool. Blacksmith?
Yield blacksmith. That's the weapon shop. But this is also where you go. This is also where you go to temper your weapons as well.
What does tempering do?
Now, with tempering, you can basically take the various elements from other weapons.
Oh.
And forge them onto a particular weapon of your choice.
Huh.
For example, you know what? Let's actually try tempering the flying swords that I have equipped right now. Now, we can pick from any other weapon, or from another weapon of the same type. And if you have enough materials, which, as you can see up in the upper right, I don't, then you'll actually be able to take the elemental attributes from the weapon that's in the second slot.
All those abilities, you mean?
Yep.
Oh.
And fuse them to what's in the first.
Jesus.
Now, if the elements match between the weapons,
Yeah.
then basically those levels are added on to what you already have.
Sweet. So in essence, it's kind of like the weapon system from like Parasite Eve. You remember when you can build a super rifle?
Yeah.
If you do it properly from the get-go, you know, you can build pretty much a god-killing weapon by the end of the fucking game. So that is one way of doing it, right there. You know, I noticed they got named characters, but what do they do? Are they doing anything? The tea house.
Now that's something I'll go into in just a little bit. But let's go over the other facilities. Like, for example, over here where
Standing
Jotai is standing.
Oh, hey.
This is the training area. Now, aside from leveling up your character, you can have whichever character you choose go to the training area, and as you play through the game, as you keep playing through it, the more time they spend there, it's kind of like a Pokemon walker.
Oh, so while you're playing with one character, you can have another one training.
And building experience.
Huh. Pokemon walker.
Now, the merchant
is a merchant.
This is where you can actually exchange materials, where if you have more facility materials than weapon and you want to switch them, you know, you want to trade one for the other, you can do that. You can also buy different mounts here.
You know, I was just thinking about this one line from that Filthy Frank I was just talking about earlier in the break. Do the salamander. You know, fuck toads, fuck frogs, fuck the animals. And then I started thinking, well, shit, I should really do a fuck the next Asian country. But I think I'm running out, so I'm just gonna say North Korea, even though they're our allies. Fuck North Korea. You know what? You know, I said fuck Australia earlier and I took it back. But no, you know what? Fuck Australia. We're going to leave that in there.
Wow.
Let's opening up this to the Caucasians. Look at the Anglo-Saxons. Fuck them too.
And here we have the farmer. Now, basically, every so often when you come back and you talk to the farmer, you get money basically from the harvest that you sell.
Oh. Much like in real life, only with less, wife raping and testing your blade on their skin.
Now with the tea house is interesting.
Yes.
Because you can actually go to the tea house and you order whichever the items that you order.
Dim sum!
The effects of that food actually are carried with you into your next set of battles.
Is it a temporary effect or is it just throughout the whole battle?
It's throughout the whole battle.
Whoa.
So actually,
does it stack?
It doesn't stack it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the large dim sum. Let's see. Attack plus large and medium, as well as a medium defensive boost.
It's pretty nice.
That's definitely going to come in handy. Now, you were asking about the named characters that were standing around the village.
Yeah.
Now, you can have up to, I think it was, 5 of the named characters as, administrators. And basically, as having them around town as administrators, it's a way to customize your town. But there are also certain characters that have special dialogues if you have them on the screen.
Can you open up a harem option if you just have all women? Or all dudes?
I considered trying that. I'm not sure, but hey, you never know.
Someone out there, hey, if y'all have already, if y'all have tried it before, do let us know in the comments. Yes, I'm curious about that shit.
But anyway,
damn.
Back down to the gameplay, back down to the meat of it. Now, the meat of ambition mode, aside from developing your town, is actually playing through the battles. And this is where, again, it takes elements from the extreme mode in Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends. Because once you start a battle...
Oh, hey.
It's basically survival mode.
Cool.
You can pick one of the 4 different types of battles. If you guys want to check out what each of them does and you don't have the game, just pause the video and you can take some time to read it. But when you pick one of those battles and when you actually start it off, after you complete that battle, you have the option of returning to town and taking your spoils with you, or continuing onward through as many battles as you can survive.
Cool. Now, I couldn't help but notice, like you're saying, there's 4 different things. I count 3 here, I do believe. Now, didn't each of these do something else, though? Like, well, one of them's obviously for materials.
Okay.
One of them's for fame.
So yeah, the skirmishes, those you can pick up materials.
Oh, I see. Oh, great battle and conventional battle.
Yeah, the great battles are where you pick up
Allies.
Yeah, those are where you pick up allies, but not just allies, but at the start of the game when you don't have so many characters unlocked, this is also where you can run across some of the named characters as well.
Ah, to unlock them from here.
Yep. With the unconventional battles, you know, it's the same sort of thing where you can run across major characters, but this is where you actually have to build fame by taking on various missions. And the more fame you build, the more allied officers you can have. The more allied officers that you have... No, it's the more fame that you build, the more you can expand your base.
Ah!
The more you expand your base, the more allied officers that you have.
And of course, more material. You need materials to build.
And you have a certain limit of allied officers that you can obtain until you build up your fame to a new level.
My biggest issue is, and y'all Dynasty Warriors fans will know what I'm talking about, I would have like Wei Yan everywhere. Like the whole town would be just Wei Yan. just the back of the turtle shell. Just, you know.
I'm sure.
Welcome to land of Wei Yan.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Insert Skronk here.
And while we're at it, fuck Shangri-La. That don't even exist, but it's Asian. I'm throwing bombs at the fucking... Fuck the history. Fuck the Chinese 5,000 years of glorious dick history. I don't give a fuck, nigga.
And again, just like within free mode, you know, you can pick which of the musics you've unlocked to, you know, accompany you on your rampage.
Best.
Okay, I have
Let's
to.
go. Soon everything will be ours.
Chinaman.
You have chosen me.
Well, I always find that to be a really interesting racial epitaph, personally. And it's always some old white guy doing it, too. You don't hear old black people or old... You never hear old Asians saying Chinaman.
Wow.
That's like, yeah, that's like strictly fucking epic beard guy, old white guy style.
Alright, and now that we're coming up on some action...
That reminds me, I actually saw the movie Badass with Danny Trejo. Shit was funny as hell.
But now that we're coming up on some action...
God damn! Like, seriously.
Let's get to it. Now, remember what we were mentioning earlier about weapon switching? Check it.
Cool.
And again, with this particular weapon, the swords stay out for a certain amount of time.
And just fuck everything up.
Now, the Swallow Swords are one of the more interesting weapons because it's like taking the basic template for the twin swords and tweaking it.
The after images?
Yeah. You notice how the solid after images actually do attacks as well.
Yeah.
If you keep your eye on the attacks, you'll have a better understanding of when to actually move over into which of your charge attacks you want to do. Like, for example,
Cool.
that little aerial strike right there, that's the charge 2.
Was it me or did the...
Charge 3,
Awesome.
let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
And I think this is also one of those weapons that actually has a special attribute when you switch. Oh, yes.
Just blew everything up.
Yeah, that's one of the weapons where the switching is pretty much instantaneous.
Ah, yes, yes.
So it's real quick, you have that shockwave for defensive measures.
And then you got the flying blades themselves, which are also awesome.
And again, this is one of those things where you have, the fast, frenzied attacking style, but if you want to play it a little bit more methodical, a little more strategic, you have the option.
Nice.
You can do crazy continual damage setups with the flying swords, and if you jump cancel, you can keep the flying swords out while... Okay, I missed the opportunity there.
But we get the point, though.
Yeah.
Now, Ambition Mode, pretty much once you actually choose the battle, it plays like Dynasty Warriors normal.
Yep.
But it just has all that added goodness of the fucking Ambition Mode. The building a town.
Yep, building a town, completing different side missions.
Getting allies, getting materials.
Yeah, just
mats.
Everything that you could think of to just I guess you could call it padding, but it's padding, but it's not filler.
It's delicious padding. It's nutritious for you. Actually, what I'm finding very interesting
Exactly, it's padding with substance.
what I'm finding interesting is that did the video get smoother? I think it's gotten smoother since you've been playing on this level. I don't know why. That is a lot smoother. Huh. I don't know if it's an in-game thing or if it's the PS Triple, but there you go. We were mentioning audio-visual earlier like we usually do, and yeah, I mean, I want to point out that once again, this video is going pretty smooth and looks great on this. I don't know about how y'all are getting it on the video, but it looks good over here. Can't complain.
That indeed least.
So I know we're in the middle of showing off Ambition Mode. Well, you showed most of Ambition Mode.
Yeah.
But now comes the next question, because you know how I am, and eventually it's going to come to that. DLC. What's the DLC like for this? Is there a DLC for this?
Now, yes, there is DLC out for this right now. Most of it's just like extra stages and extra music packs, which again, all of it is optional.
Okay.
That when you get Dynasty Warriors 8, you've got the full package right there. You don't have any like missing chapters.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't feel like they cut shit out and then sell it to you later.
Exactly.
Damn, that was a dive.
Captured this area.
Don't get it twisted. The flying blades, the swallow swords, the hell, all the new weapons are fucking fun as hell. Wait, didn't they have a new weapon pack though?
Yes, actually, that's going to be coming later to the States. There are already like 3 or 4 sets of new weapon packs out in Japan.
Yeah, which they had some pretty cool toys going on. And honestly, as long as it's not necessary to play the fucking game, if you want to see the next storyline, you gotta pay them $10 more or whatever.
Yeah, it's not like Asura's Wrath where you gotta pay for
content they took out later on.
Yeah,
Same thing with Dragon Age Origins. For all that I love Dragon Age Origins, especially in comparison to the sequel that doesn't exist, the sequel does not exist, Ace.
What sequel?
Exactly. Oh, that's what. Holy crap!
Awaken das Beasto! Hey, yeah, I'm the one that you wanted! Hey, yeah, I'm your super beast!
Oh, that last scene was necessary. That last scene was so fucking necessary.
I had to. The Rob Zombie song cue was there.
Now, so what were we talking about?
The DLC.
The DLC, yeah.
But
what's the price point of the DLC on this, though, for these packs that you speak of?
You're normally looking between $2 and $5.
I love DLC when it's at $2 and $5, and it's not necessary to fucking, beat the game or some shit.
But I mean, just some of the DLC that's on this is like some of the best stuff I've seen in a Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah.
Like outfits from the previous games, for example. I mean,
if you really want to play that,
you want Liu Bei to go back to having the Fu Manchu.
You want Zhang
There's
He.
the Dynasty Warriors 5 outfit pack.
You want Zhang He to have the armored heels.
Dynasty Warriors 6 outfit pack.
The butterfly wings. I mean, all that shit.
there's even a special outfit pack for all the characters where they're like dressed up like they would be if they had particular modern day occupations that fit them.
Huh.
Like, remember back when I did the Zhou Tai character analysis?
Yeah.
Yeah, having him dressed up like the freaking gangster?
Oh, yeah. That was from that?
Yeah.
Badass. So,
And one of the weapons I had him using, the the flying dragon greaves, the falcon
yeah,
kicks.
the greaves.
Yeah, one of the DLC weapon packs.
Which I fucking love the greaves from like what, Soul Calibur 4 or 3?
3.
Which one was that? 3. Yeah, that's still one of my favorite weapons. So holy shit, Jury Han level OP.
Oh, but check this out though. A couple of the weapon packs, well, one particular DLC weapon set that I haven't picked up yet, but I might, at least for the Japanese version, is the Twin Fans. They actually brought back the Twin Fan moveset from the earlier Dynasty Warriors.
Wait,
games.
wasn't that Sima Yi's?
No, the Twin Fans?
Yeah. Whose was that?
No, that was one of the twins, one of the sisters.
One of the actual twins.
But let's see, there's that. There's the Blade Bow coming back from Dynasty Warriors 6.
Badass.
Which is absolutely fantastic. I love using that weapon. Then there's the Flint Sword and the Vortex Crossbow.
Yeah, the Vortex Crossbow is one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, they're
freaking scary.
But just in the game proper, in the vanilla version of DW8, there's still plenty of new toys to play with, weapons-wise. You know, the ring blades. The ring blades is still one of my favorite ones, just because shockwave. Yeah.
And again,
such a badass weapon.
I mean, you can either, we'll just go ahead and go right to the price point right here and now.
Oh, okay.
You'll find this game. You know, it's still relatively new, so you'll find it in the 50s.
I was gonna say 50s. Gotta be 50s.
But I'm actually going to go ahead and promote GameStop here with this. They have a deal going on where if you trade in two games off of a listing of specific games that they have,
one of those.
If you trade in at least 2 games on that list, you can get Dynasty Warriors 8 for $9.99.
I don't know. Depends on what kind of games they're asking for. I mean, specific games like what? Remember Me once again?
Yeah, I'm guessing it'd probably be some of the newer games anyway that would be like, you know, at least $15 to $20 trade-in value.
So I was gonna say they're basically saying $15 to $20, which for GameStop isn't bad. For GameStop. Oh wow.
And again, if you have some of the newer games, but you really want to get your hands on Dynasty Warriors and don't necessarily have the scratch for it, it's something to consider. And honestly, I think it's well worth. Hell, it's well worth the $60 that I paid for it.
That's true.
It'd be more than worth the $10 that you'd be paying for it if you trade towards it.
And I would like to point out, if you happen to rent from Blockbuster or GameFly, I'm certain you're still going to get your money's worth at $5 to $7 a month.
Oh, you did.
If you're going to rent this motherfucker, you're just going to play it, beat it, and go on to some other game. This is worth your time. Well, with that stated, I think we've covered everything.
Let's see, ambition mode,
which is its own segment. I like to point out.
Let's see, there's the ambition mode segment. There's
gameplays, storyline,
depth of the gameplay, storyline depth. We covered that back in part 1.
Kinda. It's Romance of the Three Kingdoms. It's Dynasty Warriors storyline. You're gonna have to play it. Each character has their own take on stuff. Hell, isn't there a fuck with history mode with this?
Yeah, that's another thing that we should have mentioned back in part 1.
You can break history.
When you're playing through story mode, if you complete certain missions in each of the stages, you'll find various videos to like the different star guides for each battle. I mean, hell, I can point you right now to a set of really good ones if you take a look at Jersey Boy's channel.
Yeah, there you go. Team Hack and Slash, baby.
Basically, if you complete the various side missions that are like listed with each story, you have the option to, once you get to a major turning point, splitting off into an alternate what-if scenario.
An alternate universe, literally fucking history.
So yeah, you get to break history to get a good ending as opposed to just the historical ending, which is
sometimes tragic. It's not bad. It is. History is. You know what I mean? Until the revisionists develop time travel and fuck shit up, it just is. In which case, they'll probably... You know what's the biggest... And, Godwin law is all I gotta say. The biggest issue with time travel is the moment it happens, the time wars will begin between those who want Hitler to live and those who want Hitler to die. Compared to those who want Hitler to die as a baby and must be stopped by the time police because you cannot survive! You can't stop the time police.
Oh, wow.
But all I'm saying is, yeah, fuck with history. So there's fuck with history, audio visual, excellence, DLC price point. I think it's time for the brass tacks.
Yeah, we're 35 in. Let's do it.
Okay. I'm gonna give this a 9. A 9. A 9. A 9, a 9, a 9. Now, on the one hand, I'm doing it because I'm lazy. What I mean is that most of the time when we give a under 10 score, there are various reasons. You know, there's all sorts of reasons why we're not saying it's platinum, it's just gold. But honestly, I want you to really stop and consider that line. It's not platinum, it's gold. Nigga, they're both worth a lot of money. All I'm saying is, I'm lazy for once because I can indulge in knowing that A, we're getting Extreme Legends, B, they're probably going to do an Empire's version of this, C, they're going to do a Dynasty Warriors 9. This is not a situation where we're saying we really want a sequel, or we're worried they're going to fuck up the sequel, or that there even is going to be a sequel. We know there's going to be a sequel, so I honestly believe...
Or at least an expansion.
Exactly. And I honestly believe that, yeah, with each incarnation it gets better. So I can't give this a 10 because I'm certain that when the next incarnation comes out, it will be better. Now, I can consistently give this shit a 9, and if you ask me later on to look back, I'm certain one of these, like Dynasty Warriors 3 for me, always a 9, maybe even a 10. Just because of its nature, because it was good, it was my first my first Dynasty Warriors, shut up. And it was good, it was good. For the record, Tom Baker was my first Doctor. But I'm still down with the 9th though, just because, you know, he punched Daleks. He he tortured motherfuckers. Ain't no other Doctor as badass as Chris Ecclesiastes, whatever the fuck his last name is. So that is my reasons. Everything about this game is good. It is worth the price point right the fuck now. I would even suggest this as over 6, 5, and 4, or even 7. I would suggest this as a good intro for somebody who wants to jump into Dynasty Warriors head first, ain't never played it before, and they're like, well, I want to be the one man to kill China. All of it. Which, by the way, fuck the general location of the Middle East. All of it. You can even add Egypt to that shit. Add Africa. Fuck all them fucking AIDS-ridden niggas. Now, I would like to point out to our fans, and I'm sorry, Ace, and I keep cutting into your score time, but I would like to point out to our fans that normally I take the time to alienate each of you as much as I can. This time around, I decided since we're keeping it race, we might as well just do that. So don't worry, I'll get back to focusing on your favorite things to love and hate all over it with all my bro juice all over its face. Much like waifus. I love waifus.
That's disgusting.
I love other people's waifus. So anyway, so a 9. A 9 from me. What say you?
This... I would definitely give this a solid 9. I mean...
Ding!
Vanilla DW8... It's...
Meaty.
It's meaty. It is... There is so much there to enjoy. So much there to analyze. So much there to just...
Another thing, the resource management, which you did talk about, but I didn't harp on like I normally do. I love resource management. You know, if I'm playing an RPG, give me some resources, you know what I mean?
Well, I think that's the thing about this game. There's resource management, but it's not, you know, it's not like item menu resource management. I mean, there is to an extent.
Well, the forging of the weapons, the customization of the... You know what? That's the word for this whole thing. Customization.
It's like customization and fusion.
Yeah.
But the main resource that you are managing and cultivating over the course of the entire shelf life of Dynasty Warriors 8, the main resource that you will be cultivating and managing is yourself. Your chosen officer, your skill with the game, your skill and proficiency with the weapons.
And with 80 characters, you're gonna find somebody to represent you. You are gonna find someone who can scratch that itch. You know, hell, even if you're like, well, I want to play the tall black guy with a stick. Well, they got a tall Asian dude with a stick. Go play with that nigga, he'll do it for you. If there's going to be somebody here that you're gonna look at and go, hey, you. And that's just it, that's it. It's done. So, 9. You heard it from us, folks. Solid 9.
And another one of the big reasons why I give games 9s is because I know that these games are good. Like, not just on the surface, but deep down, they're really good.
They're fun.
But there's always room to make it better. There's always something that either I will think of, or that the developers may think of that no one else has, that they're going to throw into it, and all of a sudden it's just... babies! And all of a sudden it just turns into pure solid gold. With this, the Extreme Legends expansion is currently in development in Japan and will be at the very least released in Japan. And you may see a review on that when it comes out.
Good lord, yes.
But until this package is complete, it won't get a perfect score. But it'll get a damn good one.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe someday we will reach either an end, which I wouldn't want to see that personally, I'm just saying. Now, some people may argue that this is a cash cow, just milking it, but come on, this is our, second or third Dynasty Warriors review of a Dynasty Warriors game. And then there's all your Let's Plays. I mean, no, these games are different. They're similar, but not the same. Each one's different, you know what I mean?
And
For various reasons.
And they're substantial. I mean, honestly, there's a reason why there are so many character analysis videos, combo videos, Let's Plays.
You need them, because the game is fucking huge!
Yeah, it really is. You just have to give it the chance. Give it the free! This is definitely one of those games where, even if you're not very much into hack and slash games, at least give this a shot. At the very least, give it a chance. Give it a chance to put the wheels on the ground. And if you don't like how it drives, then you can put it back, but at least say you took it for a test drive.
Well, like I was saying, I would say 3 and 8 are the two I would suggest just about anybody to get into the game with. This is definitely
3 and 8, and personal recommendation from me, I would also suggest 5.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 for me is like the Dynasty Warriors 8 of the previous generation, of the PS2 generation, because it takes everything that Dynasty Warriors 3 and 4 made excellent, and it polishes it.
It did it better. Which this ambition mode alone, the only thing this thing is missing is a character creator mode. And you know what? I'm not missing it too much because of ambition mode. This was a very powerful, very strong fucking thing here. You know what I mean? So yeah, there you go. 9. Du hast 9. Yeah.
Now, as much as I would love to actually, as much as I would love to actually do shout-outs...
Well, we do have a brand new credits page we're working on.
Exactly. Yeah. So, even if we don't mention you by name on the podcast itself, look for your name in the credits. You know we dig you.
And for our fans and those who are actually... Oh, God, it sounds so weird to say our fans. Normally I'm like, you motherfuckers! So, yeah, you motherfuckers. All y'all got to do, and I shouldn't even have to explain this, but honestly, copy, paste the name, write it down from whatever in the credits page that you see, and you want to know more about that person, Google that shit. I'm certain it'll come up. Google's still a thing. It's still useful. Just saying.
So with that, that's another season opener in the record books right there.
Yeah, but there's still parts of the world. There's still parts of the world where Asians are waiting, Ace, and we can't... No, don't touch me, Ace! Don't fucking touch me, Ace! No, you know what? Fuck all of it! Fuck South America, fuck North America, fuck India, fuck Asia, fuck all, especially Africa. Fuck the North Pole, fuck the South Pole, fuck the world, Ace! Fuck the world! All y'all motherfuckers in on that. Y'all want equality? There you go. Eat a big slice of equality. Dick going down your goddamn hallway, motherfucker. Fuck the world! Ace.
You done?
Skronk.
Wow.
Do you see what you did to Asian for you? Except now I feel vindicated, so fuck it. I don't feel so bad about Asians anymore now.
Oh, wow.
Peace achieved through hatred.
Oh my god!
Only when the final man has died will I feel better and more like closer to my spirit animal, Dark Schneider.
Wow.
Leaving all the women for me. Oh, and you. I wouldn't kill you. You're my homie.
So,
Vengeance hath been gained. Vengeance.
I don't even know what to say from here on out.
Let's ghost ride this nigga.
Thanks for sticking around, you guys. Thanks for wading through the muck.
But hey, season 2 off to a good start. We got some good shit coming up this season. And we're actually going to look like a show. So all the Dynasty Warriors 0 and Dynasty Warriors 1 shall we get Dynasty Warriors 8, which will be this season. Until next season. So, and until next bad time, you know.
Until then, you know who we be.
I am that bastard.
And as always, Blazing Ace Nelson here. We are the Hooliganz.
And you're not.
Catch you on the next one.